Hi everyone, this is the Module 3 tutorial 2 for the QGIS. So QGIS is this geospatial analysis tool, and we can do various data visualization with it in addition to the actual geospatial analysis. So the purpose of this tutorial is to know how to import and style and analyze some geographical data using QGIS. So the main tasks are just after you download the supporting files from Canvas, I will show you how to import shapefiles. I will show you how to perform buffer analysis. Then I will show you how to apply some layer styling like heat map or categorized points, like color-coded points. And at the end I will show you how you can add new feature to an existing layer. So the layer is just the representation of the shapefile you're importing. So when you are changing the layer, you don't change the actual shapefile unless you export it again. So the first step is that we want to add the Google Earth background. So from XYZ tiles from this browser panel, you will right click on XYZ tiles to get the new connection. If you cannot see the browser or any other panel here, you can display it from view. Here is browser, here's layer styling, here's the layer panel, and you can click on it to hide it or show it. So I will add here a new connection, and I will use this URL for Google Earth. I'm gonna copy it, paste it here, and type whatever, Google Earth background. To show it, I simply drag it to the layer option, to the layer panel. Okay, and after you download the supporting files, you can see here, you will see the shape files in these folders. So I'm gonna start with this. Let's say, okay, what is the first step? Okay, the bikeway shapefile. So I'm gonna get to the okay. So here's the bikeway shapefile or folder. I will go to QGIS. The simplest way is to simply drag it here. So it's displayed here in these lines. You can play around with the styling for this layer from here. You would select the layer that you want to style, and let's say increase the width, change the color or whatever. Okay, to understand what type of data these lines have, you have two options. Either right click and open attribute table, then you can see all the columns and the values. You can edit these values only after you press this toggle editing mode button. Then you can start like changing stuff here. Or the second option is to go here in this identify feature icon. If you click on any line, it will show you this table just for this element. Okay, let's say that we want to categorize the bikeway lines by some feature. So here, bikeway type. So we can actually categorize it by the bikeway type. Shows the protected, local, shared lanes, etc., painted lanes. So from this layer styling panel, we can choose categorized. We want to categorize the code by, or the lines by bikeway type, and I just hit here classify. So it classified all the lines based on the bikeway type. You can always change the color. I'm just like shuffling it randomly, but you can always like select one of them, double click, and I change the specific color for this one. I'm just showing you the option. You don't have to do it. I'm just showing you the different options that you can have. Okay, so this is for the bikeway. Let's go to the next one. Okay, the parking meters. Okay, the parking meter is an interesting one. So let's do it again. So from here, parking meters, also drag the zip file. Okay, so it's displayed here as points. Of course, it's not like these data are downloaded from the Vancouver data portal, but apparently it's not very well documented. So for the parking meter, I want to show you a different styling technique. So because these are points, you are allowed with you're given like more options here to have. So we can have here the heat map. So the heat map, let's say we want to like the whiter or the lighter color represent less representation for the parking meter, and the red represents higher representation of parking meter. But just we will have like a very important modification for this, is that you can see that everywhere where we don't have any points, it shows this white color, or whitish color. We want to change this by having like no color to be displayed when there is no point. So I'm just gonna double click here just to replace this one and choose the first tab here. Sorry. Double click here and I choose the first one and make it transparent. So now when there is no data, it will show no color, and when there is little data, it will show whitish color or lighter red, and it goes up to the dark red. Okay, for the radius, we can play around with this radius to make it representative to what we are displaying. You can see that it is a little bit pixelated. We can fix this by playing around with this drag button. So like what I like to do is just when I'm changing the configuration of the style, I would have it at like I would lower the performance of the rendering, and then when I'm done I would just like increase the performance. So now it's smoothed out. So having a heat map for the parking meter, yeah, it can represent the frequency or like the density of the parking meters, but we actually want to show like the areas in our city that are serviced by a parking meter. To do so, we will do something very interesting. Just gonna go back. So from the toolbox, we will have something called buffer. We will create buffer around the parking meters values. So this is the distance. So this is like you can think about it as the radius of the circle around each point. So it is in degrees because this is in like lat and long coordinates. So let's have it like this, for example. Okay, I will show you some like a result, then we will fix it. So you can see here that each point has a buffer around it representing let's say the area that are serviced by this one parking meter. So if there is, so this parking meter can service up to can service an area within this radius. I'm just giving you an example, like this is not true, but just giving you options to do some analysis. But you can see that we have a lot of overlapped ellipses. To fix this, let's just delete this one first, and do it again, 0.001, and have dissolve result. So whenever there is an overlap, it will dissolve the overlapped buffered area. So you can tell that these are the areas that hypothetically serviced by a parking meter, assuming that it's only allowed to park when there is a parking meter. So this is how we can do the buffered area analysis. Let's go to the next step. Yeah, for the rapid transit lines. So, okay, rapid transit lines, we're gonna do the same as we did for the bikeways, but I will show you how you can add a new feature. So rapid transit lines, drag and drop. Here they are displayed. Okay, let's just also do add the public street shape file as well for something that I will show you later. It's like a shortcut, or like a nice trick to know about. So for the rapid transit lines, we're gonna do the same as we did for the bikeways. Let's categorize them by the line. So it shows here the 99 bus. I think I added that. Oh yeah, these ones I added yesterday. So this is the 99 bus, the R4, but like what you will have displayed, I guess, the other transit lines. So I want you to, if you have the R4, just delete it and do it again, because I just like sketched it. It's not the right one. And also for the 99, it's not the right one. You should delete it and do it in your own. Actually, you should delete it. You don't have to do it on your own. Just if you want to have an exercise, just do the R4 one. So how can you add a new line or a new feature? We're just gonna select here our layer. We're gonna enable editing, toggle editing, and we're gonna start adding a line. Okay, so we can simply draw the line for the FR, and after we are done, we'll simply right click, and we will have here R4. Second attempt. Okay. We can actually hit here reclassify to show the new one. Okay, and so that's the tutorial. I just want, okay, of course, when we add like a line like this, it shouldn't be added this way. Like, this is a very poor way to add a line, or like a bus line. It should be added like exactly on top of the street. Okay, but this is very time consuming. What you can do instead, I'm just deleting these lines. Okay, what you can do instead is that there is a way that when you're adding a line, you can snap it to an existing line. So can you see that like I'm not clicking, but it is still following some layer underneath. The layer that it's following, it is the layer that is not actually shown. It is the public street one. Okay, for the public street one, it's actually very tricky to have, but we can have this advanced configuration and make it only snap to this layer, public street one. Let's have like a high tolerance, let's say 30. Now let's try adding a layer here with the stream digitizing. So as you can see that it's actually snapping to the right line, right? There is also another way that you can do it, or like following up on this trick, you can always find ways to do it easier or better. You can have here, I'm just classifying the public street layer with the street use, and you can find that the first 41st, which is the route where the R4 is going, is an arterial one. So you can actually only show the arterial one. And go back to rapid transit lines, add a feature, make sure that it is stream digitizing. By the way, this is like the snap tool here we have is called, yeah, snapping toolbar. You can just add it here by right clicking and selecting it to show it if it's not shown. And you can simply draw the line this way. As you can see, like it's much faster this way. You can just whatever. And if you want to edit the line, what you can do is that you can select the line. Oh, sorry, because it's not shown. Okay. And you can always click and move if you want to edit. And that's it. You should be able to do this rather comfortably, because in the assignment I will ask you to add the 99 and do some sort of heat map and a buffer analysis as well. And that's it. Thank you so much.